Let's go.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome once again. Here, episode 8.
Is it? I trust you.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty good. Keep on going.
Another beautiful day.
Beautiful day. Yeah, today it was sunny and temperatures are starting to go down, unfortunately. And we know what this means, right?
Winter.
It means that winter is coming.
No bueno.
No bueno for you?
No bueno.
Well, I think it's like seasons.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
if you can find stuff to do in the winter, you're fine, right?
I used to live in Arizona years ago, in Yuma, Arizona.
Oh.
And the weather was fantastic. Not a cloud. 360 days out of the year.
That's ridiculous.
And sunny.
Wow.
And believe me, it was tiring after a while.
I guess. I mean.
And especially it was a desert area as well. I mean, it was like a city, but you would still see like patches of beige all over you, around.
I guess it's great, but when you like get to the point that you have too much of that, you kind of get tired and you might want to switch.
Yeah, no, the thing is that there was no real change.
Yeah,
it was like a solid 8 months summer weather, 7 months
How about
maybe, and then the rest was like a spring, like fall weather.
That's cool.
Like the coldest temperature was 50.
Oh,
And
like today.
yeah, but like it could get cold at night, like
I guess.
because it's the way it is. The desert.
How about the summer? Wasn't it too
hot?
Too hot? It was like 115.
115, yeah. 115, 116, and
That's tough.
even in the shade, even at night. But so you need to have air conditioner.
Yeah. I mean,
and
there's just no chance to
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like
live without.
Summer in Europe, it's like I remember we didn't have air conditioning. It was like really like suffering.
Sicily.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you would go to the supermarket to just enjoy.
Really?
Yeah, well, to have when you go grocery shopping, you enjoy the air conditioning in the store.
That's the thing about Europe. There is no AC and no paper towels in the bathrooms. That's only in the United States. A lot of paper. When you wash your hands, there's just paper. In Europe, you have to, leave your hands wet.
Another thing you didn't know that I
That'd be a good
noticed
short.
that you notice about the bathrooms in Europe is that the toilet here is filled half level.
Yeah, I like a lot.
In Europe, it's just the bottom, so it's
they
not
want to
like
spend as little as possible.
yeah. Whenever no, it's not. It's not just that. It's like it's really, really different. And yeah, I remember it was very hard to find a bathroom when you are outside in a big city.
You have to pay.
Or if you go in Rome, for example, the only way for you to get to a restaurant is to the bathroom. Is like if you go to a restaurant and eat there and spend the money, and then you can use it. Otherwise, they will not let you go because there is no like public restrooms or anything. But then the condition of it is disgusting too.
I was reading the story that in Italy and Spain right now, they're adding like something like coperto in the restaurant.
They always did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How does it work?
It's like an additional
charge.
Amount. Yeah,
that's what
additional charge on the money. But people don't pay. The culture of tipping is not that evolved in Europe, in Italy especially.
Okay.
And so you just go there, what you see on the menu, and then they add this coperto, means like covered, basically.
Oh, really?
Like you're eating inside or something.
Weird.
So it's an additional cost.
But I've heard it goes to the owner, not to the staff.
Never.
That's what the article.
Yeah, no, never to the staff. Yeah, of course. What are you talking about?
That's crazy.
But the people are paid a little bit more, I suppose, than here.
But the prices are cheaper anyway.
I never worked in the
hospitality
industry.
How much you pay for pizza in Italy? Like,
I don't know. It depends. You can buy a good margarita for €4, maybe.
So it's like
it's like I don't know,
3 times less.
$6. Yeah, here no. In the
Good
US,
pizza is like $20 now.
$20, unfortunately,
at least.
yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I noticed the last few times I went eating out. It's like for two people, the $70 goes quick.
Oh yeah, and if you drink 200 goes quick.
Oh my God, yeah, and I cannot believe that. It says most of the time it's like I go to the meat section. That's what I did yesterday to Sam's Club when I went and bought groceries 2 days ago. Actually,
Okay.
you would see like a pack of meat, like 3 steaks. It was $67.
Wow.
Ribeye steak, like prime, you know. But like it's
Well, prices went up
Oh
a
my
lot.
God, it's
Yeah,
way too much.
That is
it's
very true.
Fucking crazy.
that is true.
And like I'm saying,
Everything went up.
yeah, I'm saying like I would
Everywhere.
like to, yeah, I'd like to eat some more meat, but like you cannot afford like the prime
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
prime steak, you know.
don't-
So it's like because you buy one of those and you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you go to a restaurant and you want to eat a steak,
That's a-
good luck.
Yeah, I mean,
You pay like a
$70, $80 probably, depending
maybe
where.
just for
depending
you.
where.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you combine everything, it's gonna be like, oh.
yeah,
So,
no.
I'm lucky I don't eat steak.
If you go, well, it shows. You need to put more muscles.
I
on,
know.
you
I eat
pack
chicken
on.
though.
Well, yeah, I eat a lot of chicken too
Yeah.
because chicken and eggs are the only things that are cheap enough to
Yeah.
to consume.
Even good
you know?
chicken, it's in a pretty decent price compared to like salmon, steak.
Yeah, well, generally, chicken would go $2 per pound. So it's still a bargain. If you buy in bulk, you still good.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing. But yeah,
yeah,
I like-
the prices went up everywhere when it is.
yeah,
How it
inflation.
is, inflation.
Inflation is.
It's.
Still
I mean, it's still
very
not
real.
that high as in Europe is. Like in some countries, 20%. But
Well, there's one thing that Americans will never understand: what it is buying gasoline
Yeah.
in Europe.
that's crazy. Correct.
The price per gallon will
It's like $10.
will kill us here. We would just see like a revolution in the streets because
Correct.
it's insane. Other than California, I don't know how Californians can live on those prices.
Well, they also have like even the minimum wage is higher.
Well, they have a lot of taxes too. State
Yeah.
taxes are insane if you want to
Yeah.
live there. And I was just listening to this guy that is like an economist. He's an accountant, and he has videos on YouTube. He has millions of followers, and he was saying that people are finished their pandemic savings. It's like, no, people are finished their pandemic savings like already a year ago or something. And then there is a high percentage of folks that live, of course, paycheck to paycheck. And the credit card debt is really, really high now as
Yeah.
well. And he says that the average credit card debt is $7,000 per person
That's a
because
lot.
people don't have money.
They
to-
buy what they cannot afford.
or they buy because they don't have any other way to survive, so
That's true.
they just use that to buy groceries, and that is
But if you don't
insane.
pay right away, it's tough because like the percentage of on that credit card
And he
is
said
really
something
high.
crazy. He said 80% of the COVID funds, they were PPP loans to people that have companies. 80% went to the top richest 20% of Americans. 80%, and 42% went to the rest of Americans. And that's insane to think about it. And it says like some people get like $10 million
For sure.
at once, because if you have a big company,
Correct.
you would get those loans and it's like a grant. But the state, it's not nice.
But also
the
when
situation is not
there was
nice.
crisis, many people won on that because like the pharmacies,
Oh, yeah.
plenty of companies.
The
like-
drug companies.
Yeah, or the like
I mean, just look,
supply with masks,
Pfizer,
gloves.
Moderna, yeah.
Yeah. Or
Well,
like
we were screwed because we found out that most of our medical supply is made in China.
that's for sure.
So at the same time, and then all the mess with the CDC first saying although masks are not good, they said at the beginning, because they say they wanted to have enough supply for
Yeah.
medical personnel.
They were saying what?
And then they all of a sudden they changed tone and they said, "Oh yeah, masks. Everybody needs to mask." And that was the worst thing that they
Yeah.
could have done ever.
That's true.
And they're actually still pushing for boosters, by the way.
That's what I've
And they're
heard.
telling,
but-
they're telling people like, "Hey, keep on having your booster, this, and this." But it's nope.
I didn't
That's-
hear much about that lately, so
That's done. They say we encourage every American to mask, and they say masks are not mandatory, but they're recommended. It's like, okay.
I didn't like that time because you don't see what people have on their face.
No,
Well, you want to see the
it's,
smile.
It's like, do you want to see how to desynthesize a society?
Mhm.
Masks.
Correct.
You don't see anybody's facial expressions.
You don't
You just
interact.
see- no, there is nothing. At a personal level, there is nothing. And that is the worst thing that they could have done. Same thing for children. Children under 4 years of age have developmental issues because they cannot see and articulate words from an adult, from a parent. So that set them behind. Then
It's tough.
isolation, closing schools. It was a
tough time.
The perfect storm and the perfect mess.
Like the whole world just stopped for some time.
Yeah,
That
and
was crazy.
In Europe, it was even worse because they could get away with some restricting personal freedoms and liberties in a way that they couldn't do here that much, but they still did. You know?
Yeah. So you've been good since the last episode?
Pretty good.
That's
Had a good weekend. Went hunting.
Oh, nice. Did you find something?
It was cold. I heard something and I saw something, but it was quick, not enough to take a good aim and shoot. And
Okay.
it was cold.
Makes sense.
But overall, it's always like a peaceful experience when you're in the woods by yourself, and you have really time to just listen to nature, the wind,
In your
the-
mind.
Yeah, the wind, the rain. You can see everything. I'm so surprised. Like, I could see every movement. You know, the leaves are falling down. Like squirrels are running around. It's like I saw a
guess
fox
it's
the other
fun.
day, and you just hear owls and you
Mhm.
hear like
Nice.
bobcats. It's
I guess it's interesting experience.
The only thing I'm scared of is if a fucking bear just comes. And I have bear spray though, but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Well, then you just don't move.
They
right?
can climb the trees. Yes, they can climb the trees.
That's crazy.
So, other than that, yesterday I really took my time and cleaned up my car,
nice.
real good.
Inside?
Oh man, inside and out,
Oh,
wax, double wax.
nice. Wow.
Yeah, really
Why?
good. It turned out really good. Why? Well, because winter is coming. Well, because once, unless you pay for a service to clean up your whole vehicle, when I went once, there's that company, Mister Company. You know, we're not affiliated with that, by the way.
Is it that where Don goes?
Yeah, so you pay a monthly fee. It's around $60 or something, and you can bring your vehicle anytime you want. You just leave the car. They will,
Take care.
do everything inside and in and out.
Are they
And
doing a good job?
You get the car, not really good sometimes, but
Yeah,
it's-
that's what I guess.
because you get that done in 10 minutes or so. So I did, but there is no better way when you
Do on your own.
do something for yourself.
Correct.
Because you care and it's
Yeah.
yours. It's your car. You care. You want to take good
Yeah.
care of it. And every time I clean up the car, it's always like the car is a little bit newer.
Yeah, that's
And it runs a little bit better.
yeah. I was
So-
in the house
Yeah.
today.
So how about you? What are
Good.
you up to?
I was playing some piano, cleaning the house, chilling. I have a gym and sauna today coming later, as always, after our podcast.
Oh, damn.
I'll go for
Later.
concert tomorrow.
Oh, what concert?
It's so she's in a I got invited with a couple of friends, and her name is Renee Rapp. She's my age, She's a very young artist. She used to be in like TV shows, movies, and then she started doing her music. I watched one TV show with her. It's more like college stuff. Show, nothing too good, but
Is she
just fun.
cute?
Yes,
How old? 20.
23. She's very nice.
She's local or from?
No, she's now very famous on all around. So
Oh.
like millions of followers.
Okay.
Yeah, should
How's
be
it going?
fun.
How's it going with the suits?
With the suit. Oh, yeah. But it's too warm to wear a sweatshirt here.
Yeah.
But I'm almost on season 8. I didn't watch that much. I didn't have that much time. But I think like season 6 was my favorite when everything was like going up and. But now I feel like it's going like a bit down.
Meghan Markle still there?
She's still there, but as far as I know, she's not in the last season though. Or
Is
2.
season 9 the last season?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's season 9. I don't know where it's like on the different platform, but I'm sure I can find it.
So season 9 is on Amazon.
Is it? Oh, that's good.
So that's why I found it there, and I was selecting the first season, and then Netflix loads up.
Correct.
So I couldn't watch it
Oh.
because I have Amazon Prime. So
Yeah. So that's nice because I have the Amazon Prime for the deliveries, so I can watch it too.
yeah.
Are you watching something right now?
I was watching a movie, Watchmen. It's like an
Watchmen?
old superhero movie.
Mm.
It's really, really nice. It's very well done
Mm.
and has kind of
What
this,
year is that?
I suppose it was 2000. I don't know if it's 2016 or 17.
Oh, not
no.
too old.
Yeah, even older. Yeah, it should have been like maybe 2009, 2010. I'm not
that's
really
still
sure.
pretty
Yeah.
fresh. Like
No, it's pretty good. The story is fantastic. It's good.
Nice.
I like the cinematics of it. The shots are really
Okay.
done in like
nice.
in a kind of a dark way.
The vibe,
environment.
okay.
The vibe is really different.
Yeah, that's how nice how they keep attention to
No,
like,
no,
those
it's really
details.
it's really like original.
Yeah,
like
but
a-
usually, like the colors, it's in the computer later. You know.
Yeah.
They all put
Well, you
all
can
those,
add any
like-
filters. You
Yeah.
want
So
later.
that's
fine.
that's what they do nowadays. So, but the name reminds me the TV show Watcher. The Watcher. Have you seen that? It's like
No.
pretty new, about the guy who bought the house, and then all the neighbors are kind of watching at him, and like weird things are going on, and it's based on the true story. It was just like one season for now, but that was decent. And there's the Amazon story, Jack Reacher, right?
Yeah.
What is? Did I say that correct? With like the huge guy.
Yeah, Jack Reacher. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm waiting for
Is
the
it
second.
Reacher? Reacher. I
Reacher.
think. Yeah.
I'm waiting for this second season.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Have you-
that too. There's a lot of content there that can unpack.
Yeah, but now the protests, so
Mm.
we don't know what's gonna be, right?
Yeah.
All the Hollywood is on strike.
I think they're about to
Sign up
have
the agreement.
found a resolution. Yeah.
Maybe.
A good deal.
Hopefully.
So crazy things happened this weekend, and it's terrible things in the Middle East with some terrorist groups, Hamas from Palestinian group attacked
That's tough, yeah.
Israel, killing hundreds of people, and it was really terrible to see. And throughout the years, both have been at each other with different terrorist attacks and the killing. And it's always been on religion, on land, on resources. And that's terrible both ways, I think, because many civilians, poor civilians, from one side and the other, are being victims of this terrible situation.
I saw the pictures of the cities. They're destroyed.
Yeah, they shot missiles.
The
all over,
rockets.
rockets.
Oh, God.
And they are really getting on the Gaza Strip is like this territory, the Palestinian territory, where it's already like an open air prison where half of the population is just children. And they already have limited resources because they restrict the flow, even water. And now they say they're going to be even harsher against them with no water, electricity, or food coming in.
This is crazy.
So the whole population is going to pay for it. It's a mess. It's really a mess. It's a quagmire.
I saw many articles. Like
the United States pledges support for Israel, like many other countries. I'm very torn on this. War in any form or shape is never justified to me, because the civilians, the poor people, they're gonna be victims in this mess.
Like very innocent people, just regular people.
And it's like huge loss of life, and it's terrible. I just wanted to touch on it because I think it's an important issue, and
hopefully just everything will be better.
Yeah, I don't know. This looks
we can double check on next time when we.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
So what do we have today? What are for our stories?
Yes. So let's maybe start with the lottery.
You go ahead. What do you got?
So there's the Powerball lottery.
How much is the Powerball now?
So now there is a lottery today, and it's almost $1.5 billion.
Okay.
Because nobody won on last lottery. Did you play?
No, I did not.
I put couple numbers, but.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, somebody won $1 million in Minnesota.
It's correct.
Yeah.
And a couple other people are like 40,000-50,000.
Oh.
Not me, unfortunately.
I don't know. Do you think $1 million is enough for you to quit doing what you're doing? I mean,
no.
You don't win the full million, do you?
Because, no, minus tax.
Yeah.
You probably end up having like 600.
Holy shit.
It's enough to buy a house. But nothing more.
Yeah.
Nothing more, honestly. Maybe a car. But
depends. Yeah.
Or like small house, little car, and save something. But $1 million now, it's not like $1 million years ago.
Oh yeah, no, it's not life changing.
No. If it would be maybe if it would be 10 millions.
Yeah.
That would. I mean, you can retire.
I mean,
probably.
Honestly, though, 1.5, 2 million. Yeah, you start talking. But to people like me or you, even $50,000 would be life changing. You know, $10,000, $5,000,
anything, right?
You know, like something that would just lift you up a little bit, give you some air, and just not to worry.
Get you some things you want.
You know what is the worst thing about a country where the population is, you have a part of the population that is super rich, and then you got the super poor.
Yeah.
There is this psychological phenomenon where, of course, the poor will resent the rich. But also, the poor, we have shorter lives as well, like lifespan.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
because
regular people, they don't have that much money for like health stuff.
No, because the anxiety of not making it will like literally stress you out so much.
That's true.
And then what happens? And I felt that. Sometimes I do feel that, you know, it looks like I'm running. And
where's the goal, right?
No, it's like every time you get paid, for example, you just get all your money gets bills, this and that.
Yeah, plus if you want to do something fun.
Yeah, and there is just like little tiny bit left. And then again, you work, and you wait for the next paycheck.
Then the car is broken.
And then something happens. Holy shit. Yes, in the least like moment. So
or you want to go somewhere, buy the tickets for that, and it's
there.
It's there.
And you're just running like a mouse on this wheel, you know, trying to look up. I told sometimes there's too much month and not enough paycheck. So that's it is a real thing, like being poor, because when you're poor, you think about the day-to-day things. You think about the next meal. You think about the next bill. You cannot see beyond. You cannot even think about doing or creating something for yourself because you're worried about the day-to-day. things. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
saying?
mean, you cannot buy everything you want
Now,
because there are other things you need to take care.
thank God we just I think that I'm blessed in a way because I make by US standards it's a good middle low how do you say it
Average,
yeah no
median. Or what?
yeah.
What do you mean?
How can I say this
Yeah, what's on your mind?
you make middle class, lower middle
Okay,
class,
okay.
low middle class, you know,
Okay.
like 50K a year,
Okay.
more or less.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's-
I still think that if you have somebody in your life, you're in a couple, somehow you make things work and
Yeah.
you make it, you know, in a
It's-
way or another. You
it's
cannot
fine.
you cannot splurge. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you cannot buy a new iPhone every month.
No, or a new car.
Yeah.
I was hearing like the average price of a new vehicle in 2019 was $33,000.
Now it's like 60,000.
Now it's 45.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
It's average car, but if you want something nicer, you will end up paying 80,000.
no, and honestly, to have car payments, no, thank you.
No. That's what I will never understand. I respect if people do that, but it's like another rent.
But most of the time, that's the other thing that I was reading says this guy said like, oh, I found financial freedom and stuff. And he says, I was working in this office where in a bank, like all the other guys that will flash the new model here and there every year or so. Instead, I'm driving a 8-year-old car.
Yeah.
And we're close to financial independence with my wife because we lowered our costs.
There is great. There is nothing wrong with driving old car. It's gonna take you from point A to point B.
Yeah.
It doesn't need the Ferrari.
It's true, but sometimes, even if you're in a financial situation when you're in a tough spot, you still gotta look at ways to make it better.
Yeah.
You know,
But I think the car payment,
like find another occupation that maybe pays you more.
yes.
You know,
But the other thing is that car payment, I see like they are making people kind of like selling them the new car for super cheap price they can afford because of the monthly, right? Because even if you want to buy the older car, you still need to save up some more cash than monthly payment, right?
so the rich guy says how much, the poor guy says how much per month.
Correct. That's what we said in the previous podcast.
Yeah,
Isn't it true?
it's true. Like,
Well-
how much can I lower my payments? But
Yeah.
now payments are being stretched like 5 years.
Yeah. And they pay like $800-900
Yeah.
for just not crazy. If I would buy like the better car, I would really want something like I really like, not like average.
But
like,
then I told you the story when in 2018 I bought my car.
yeah,
And I did not have an extensive credit history because
Correct.
I like to pay as I go and buy only things that I could afford. And
that's great. Yeah,
they put my interest at 14%. And the guy for the bank called me to try to figure out my situation. And I say, hey, I said, I don't have loans. I don't have debts. I don't have nothing. I pay as I go. I said,
this is not American.
and he says like, oh, you don't have an extensive credit history. Now I needed a vehicle that will allow me to go through the winter here.
Yeah.
I could have survived anyways, though, if I could have slapped myself in the face back then and said, no, you just don't need a car now. But I was stubborn and I said, no, I want a car. You know,
Especially if you live in suburbs.
the ego played a role and 14% interest. Then after a year, I could refinance. And then guess what? How much I refinanced? To 7%.
So, yeah.
But it
Because
was
you
still,
build the credit score, right?
yeah,
Then
but it was still high compared to people were having
they have like 3%.
4 or 3%,
Yeah, correct.
you know? And I just worked my ass off and I paid 22K instead of 5 years in 3.
Yeah, good.
Because I paid like extra a little bit every month.
Still, that was an expensive car.
It was used. I mean, it was crazy.
Pretty
And
expensive.
That was the most expensive thing that I ever bought.
But
you know?
honestly, if you would buy the same car right now, it would be probably like 30,000.
But honestly, if I wouldn't have bought that car and invested in the S&P 500, now I would have had a lot of money.
Oh,
saved
really?
up. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, compared to, you're talking 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I would have bought Bitcoin.
Even Bitcoin
If I bought
was-
Bitcoin, you know, it's shit.
Or Dogecoin.
Yeah, but sometimes
But you don't know.
But you
Theo.
don't know. You don't know.
It's a
what
risk.
You don't know. Yeah.
It's a risk. So
That's when we do mistakes. Most of us, if we would have known, we would have done better.
there's like not much people who can like just throw 20,000 to like Bitcoin.
Yes, and most of us are not
and you
born with a silver spoon. You know.
yeah, that's
So
true. We need to.
That's the other thing.
But yeah, the lottery. So
Yeah, get back to that.
yeah, but it's over $1 billion. Even if they take tax, it's probably still gonna be $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell?
This is
Even
incredible.
Even if you get out with $900 million, it's
Still.
like how much? I mean, it would take an insane effort to spend that amount of money.
No, there's many stories of people who were spending that, like, you know, because they didn't have plan, they didn't have lawyers, you know, and accountant and stuff like that. But what do you need to buy to spend $1 billion? There is like no way to.
Do you want to know what you need to buy? I have examples here of some people that screwed up their lottery.
I would love to
winnings.
hear, but just let me like.
Well, go finish your story then.
Well, yeah, but I would buy the house, the car, but it would be like not much, you know.
And then
like, and what the rest? What do you
then,
do? Like
the hose, the cocaine,
people are crazy.
the parties.
People are crazy.
Yeah.
You know? Like they're probably
That's
buying the jets.
When it comes to excesses, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was hearing today about somebody was saying this guy became millionaire,
Mm-hmm.
and so he was sitting at home. All his friends were working. He was alone, and then he started doing stupid things with his money.
Mm.
You know, he was a millionaire, and he says like,
I can.
I got nothing to
Yeah.
do
Yeah, right.
because you need to plan when you snap out of the running cycle that you don't need to
Yeah,
work
but
anymore.
let's say like all the things we possibly might want. It's probably like most of them will be
but
like
from what
Like-
I will read you in these stories, there is a common pattern
curious.
that comes out.
yeah, because there was another story of the girl from Michigan. She won $100, and she put the same money into the other tickets, and then she got 200,000.
Holy shit!
That's a luck. Good luck. Yeah.
Wow, that's like risking.
Yeah, but she probably didn't have something to lose, so
Yeah.
she just
You just say
played
fuck it.
again.
Yeah. Ma, just
I
go.
won. That's so good for her.
Yeah, that's pretty good investment.
Hell yeah.
It would be stupid if she plays 100,000 now on another scratch ticket.
Literally, that's true. So what's the stories? I'm curious how.
Okay, so we got some stories here. So there were 20 stories, and I chose like I chose about 5 that I wanted to.
Is it the
read
BuzzFeed
to you guys?
or what's this source?
Is the insider.
Okay.
So 20 lottery winners who lost it all, as 1.2 billion Powerball jackpot is still up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
So before they won a 2.76 million lottery jackpot in 2005, there was still money back then.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
huge money in 20 years ago.
Lara and Roger Griffiths of England reportedly never argued. Then they won and bought $1 million barn converted house, $1 million barn converted house, and a Porsche. Not to mention luxurious trips to Dubai, Monaco, and New York City. Media story says that their fortune ended in 2010 when a freak fire gutted their house, which was underinsured, forcing them to shell out for repairs and 7 months of temporary accommodations. Shortly after, there were claims that Roger drove away in the Porsche after Lara confronted him over emails suggesting that he was interested in another woman.
That's crazy.
That ended their 14-year marriage.
Oh God.
Story number 1. Story number 2.
But there was like, let's say it's obviously huge money, but it's not like billion, right?
Well, but it's
But
still
it's
like
still-
life changing.
Yeah, I
I mean,
know.
if you're not on the same plan
But
together,
like when you're winning like this money, you really need to have a plan if you want to retire. Like
you need
right
to
away.
stop and you need to write down what are
Get the
we gonna-
lawyer,
what
get
are we-
accountants, get people to like who knows the stuff
Yeah.
and like plan this.
What are we gonna do?
Yes.
This goes to this. This
Yes,
goes to
we
this.
are
this
investing in
goes to
this, buying this, and that's the plan. Not like stupid shit.
Exactly. In 2004, Sharon Tirabassi, a single mother who had been on welfare, cashed a check from the Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corp for more than 10 million Canadian dollars. So you have to know Canadian dollars are not really worth that much.
Whoa, but so
Sorry, Canada, but it's true. I was to Canada once and they said for something little, $47. And I said, holy shit, this is expensive. And the guy looked at me and said, no, it's Canadian dollars. And then it was like,
like twice
20
yeah.
something. Okay.
Yeah.
And there was, I was like, okay, it's okay. She spent her winnings on a big house, fancy cars, designer clothes, lavish parties, exotic trips, handouts to family, loans to friends. And in less than a decade, she was back riding the bus, working part-time and living in a rented house. All of the other stuff was fun in the beginning. Now it's like back to life, she told the Hamilton Spectator. Luckily, Tirabassi put some of her windfall in trust for her 6 children who will be able to claim the money when they turn 26. Okay, this was a better story, but still, what the hell?
Yeah.
10 million Canadian dollars.
But I guess if you're buying like some designer clothes are like $100,000 per jacket, and like couple millions already
Yeah.
on shopping.
Oh, yeah.
So
In 1998, Gerald Muswagon won 10 million Super 7 jackpot in Canada. Again, Canada. He bought several new vehicles for himself and friends, purchased a house that turned into a nightly party pad, and often celebrated his new lifestyle with copious amounts of drugs and alcohol. In a single day, he bought 8 big screen televisions for friends. Also poured money into a logging business that failed because of low sales. He was eventually forced to take a job doing heavy lifting on a friend's farm just to make ends meet. Muswagon reportedly hanged himself in his parents' garage in 2005. He really screwed up big time. He couldn't hold that.
yeah.
And then Welsh-born Luke Pittard won 1.3 million jackpot in 2006, but spent almost all of it on a trip to the Canary Islands, a wedding, and a house.
Okay.
A year and a half later, Pittard was forced to return to his job at McDonald's. So he says, they all think I'm a bit mad, but I tell them that there's more to life than money. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude.
Now you say that.
That's really nice.
Now you say that.
Yeah, you're just telling yourself to soothe and you try to make you feel yourself better.
Yeah.
And I loved working at McDonald's before I became a millionaire. And I'm really enjoying being back there again. No,
you don't.
dude, you don't.
You don't.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, Kylie Rogers, this is the last story.
Okay.
Kylie Rogers was 16 when she won 1.9 million pounds, about 3 million US dollars, in the UK lottery in 2003. And she was too young to know how to manage her money or where it would lead her. After briefly vowing to manage her winnings responsibly, Rogers made quick work of her fortune. She reportedly spent millions on vacations, clothing, cars, breast implants, and more than $300,000 on cocaine.
Holy shit.
She also reportedly spent more than $250,000 on a bungalow and a house for her mother. She eventually became mom of 3 and said on the record that she's teaching them to be careful with money. So she says, I'm glad they grew up to know the value of money, and I was too young to win the lottery. It nearly broke me, but thankfully I'm now stronger than ever.
I would say,
So after all this story, there is a common pattern.
yeah, I would say that not everybody is able to win the lottery. Not everybody.
I think that you win, but money does not make you smart.
No,
does
not
not
at
make you knowledgeable. Does not give you wisdom. Does not make you if you're stupid if you're stupid as a poor, you're stupid rich as well.
Definitely.
and you do stupid things with the resources you have.
You just have more opportunities to do
to make stupid things.
even more stupid things.
Yes. So
That is very
So-
true. That is
so there's no limit to that. And the other thing, you've been always poor throughout your life.
yeah.
You've seen misery. You've been on food stamps. You win that amount of money. What the hell you think you're gonna do? You're gonna splurge.
Yeah.
You're gonna say, I'm gonna live the life now. You know, I mean, you cannot blame them because they have that mentality. So you have that stage where you're gonna spend everything you can. Well, look at the basketball players that make into the NBA or the NFL. You know, so it's
Yeah. They sometimes get crazy too.
if you don't have somebody, and then if you have leeches, like people that stick on you, like family members and friends, they come in, no, yeah, you won, give me this, give me that. I mean, and you don't know better.
Yeah, like
If you're not educated,
you're not able to I mean,
well, if you're not educated too, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's very difficult to.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure if I would win lottery, I would share with the closest people I love, and make sure that they are taken care of. You know.
Yeah, but the other thing is that.
But not to throw into
there-
everybody. I know.
there is taxes that you need to pay. Like if you give a gift to somebody, they need to pay taxes on that too.
Correct.
It's it's insane.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's why I would say I don't have like a huge dreams to like win the lottery and buy the jet. You know.
Yes,
because
you
some.
Yes,
say
you do.
Everybody has. that?
Everybody has that.
Every-
I mean, come on, are you kidding me?
Well, but is this something we really need?
You don't need. Well, how much is enough?
No, I'm saying that I would love to win lottery, but I don't need like crazy
It's the
shit.
same. It's the same old question. How much is enough? Are you okay with what you have?
Well, nobody's okay with what you have, but some people really have pressure to like buy all those designer clothes now.
Well,
You know
it's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying?
One other thing that I mentioned that to you maybe the other day. It was that like rich people don't really go and flush
No.
all their money to buy. At least most of them that I know. But the luxury market is more like a status.
Correct. I
Like
mean, this is the same
showing.
material.
A showing thing, like a
Show the
superficial.
name.
To show that you are wealthy. You know,
Correct.
that's what Gucci is, Lamborghini, Ferrari. Like, look at me, I have this big car. I am somebody. It's like you
Sure.
want to elevate yourself by giving this image that you are wealthy, and I'm not sure
Yeah.
to that extent if
That's
is true.
stupid.
But like at the same time, once again, you cannot buy wisdom, you cannot buy intelligence,
Yeah.
you cannot buy good judgment. So it's many things together.
Yeah. I would say we should play and try to win though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, everybody has the same chance. But you know-
No.
Well,
No. Okay.
I-
Once again, if you play one ticket, you have one chance
correct.
over close to 300 million
Yes.
to make it.
But the thing is that maybe they will randomly pick your numbers.
yes.
And some people, you don't argue with
It's-
one thing.
No, it's more likely you get eaten by a shark,
I know.
hit
I know.
hit by a car,
It's totally true.
killed by somebody in the streets, than
Yeah,
to
or-
win the lottery.
correct.
The
But-
odds are against.
Correct. I know it's like impossible, but I guess that some people just put one ticket and it clicks.
And
You never know.
And I don't know what is that. It's just.
It's like the
pure-
power of pure luck, you know?
It's like
Because some people might send thousands of tickets,
you say.
spend millions on the tickets.
You know how I say in Calabria in Italy, we say che culo.
Oh, che culo. No, vaffanculo.
No.
Che culo.
Like you say che culo. Like
I know.
like
When we
ass.
played FIFA,
Like
it was
the number 16 is the number of the ass. You know?
16?
16.
Okay.
Because it's the lottery. You know.
Oh, che culo.
Che culo.
I like this. Yeah.
It's like you are lucky as hell. You
Yeah,
know, it's
because
like
I'm saying you, like, some people will send tickets for millions of dollars, and one guy just, you know, he doesn't care. He sent one ticket, $2,
$2.
and he wins. You never know.
But if you don't play, you don't
Correct.
win.
But
That's
so
the only
that-
certainty.
That's whenever it's like the huge jackpot. I just go put two numbers.
So
you know.
if you play 10, if you put 10 entries, you have 10 chances.
Correct. 10 different.
It's even different though, because even if you play the same number on all the cards and the other numbers are different,
You know, the problem is it's 69 numbers plus one from to 20.
20?
Yeah, something like that. But the first bracket, it's from 1 to 69. And obviously, like, you think, okay, but it's the same chance to pick like 60, 61, 62, 63, as well as 1, 3, 21, right? But most people, they check boxes like 1, then maybe 10, something 20s. But last lottery, I checked the numbers. There was literally every number was over 60. Could you imagine? So what are the chances that you thought about that?
The
That's
only thing
ridiculous.
you could do, always think about the movie Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Marty McFly, when he has the almanac, he goes in the almanac goes in the past, and there's all the winnings and the lottery and stuff, the lottery numbers, and the guy in the past plays them all, and he wins. He always wins. So when they go back in the alternative past, the guy is the king of the city, basically, because he has all the money, all the power. So I always think like, okay, I want to go.
Let's have a dream.
I said I want to go to. That's the thing. Would you give away? I asked the same question to my girlfriend. Would you give away 1 year of your life, right, to jump into the future and
To know.
know the lottery numbers, and come back here?
I would.
Would you give up 1 year,
Yeah.
2 years of your life,
Yes.
5 years,
No. 5 now.
5 years?
No.
Many people will give away 10 years of their life, I think, because they can recoup.
I don't want to lose that
Those
much time,
years.
but 2 years would be fine. I mean, you can treat that as an investment. But when you say 5, 10 years,
It starts being a little bit sketchy.
yeah. Because you wake up being like,
1
in
year
my case,
older.
30, 34, for example. In
Well,
10
we
years.
still have a lot of time.
Well,
but
but
like
all
you're-
your 20s are gone. All the,
But 1.5 billion,
That's-
you live your 20s for the next 40 years or
Yeah.
something.
But we can ask those questions. But
It's just hypothesis.
Hypothesis.
And it's like, and there comes the wrong assumption, the wrong idea of us. This is wrong of
Correct.
us to trade time for money.
that's
We should
true.
not do that. But we do that already with our jobs.
Yes, we do.
And
Yeah,
that's the worst thing ever that
Yeah.
we can ever do.
because we usually just do tasks.
Why can we, with this podcast, we're trading our creativity, our
Yeah, or like when you create
our
your
personalities, and we're the happiest at this moment, and we're trying to
Correct.
spread a positive message
Yeah.
and to entertain folks.
obviously when the money comes. I was listening to this guy Ali Abdal. He's from Great Britain. He has like a podcast. He has stuff, but he has like 8 million subscribers. So he was saying that, holy shit, now I do it for money, and I feel like I need to do something, because what if people are not gonna view that? He needs to like push, and even if he doesn't want
What did he gain? What kind of
content, it's like productivity, like 10 steps to become
So
more
he's,
productive, like
YouTube personality?
yes, correct.
Okay.
So he gained like 8 million subscribers, like, but he was saying like sometimes when he was creating that for the smaller audience, he was just creating when he wanted to, right? But then when it becomes the source of like paying bills and stuff like that, like sometimes you're not in the mood to create.
I disagree with that statement.
No?
No, because you get 8 million followers gradually, right?
Yeah.
In the meantime,
That's what he said. So I'm just.
in the meantime, you're getting every time you make a video, you make life-changing money. Life-changing,
Yeah.
I'm saying like I don't know how much
Probably dozens of thousands per video.
Per video.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
fantastic.
you can make one video in a month.
Okay, you just think of it.
Yeah.
You would make that kind of amount of money in
10.
3-4 months of work, generally normal work,
Yeah.
and you make that in a video.
Correct.
That's
So-
life-changing money. And when you have that income stream that comes in, you are free.
Mhm.
You are free to focus on your creativity. You don't have the pressure on you anymore. So I think that is a wrong
Maybe.
perspective to take.
Maybe.
Because if you have 8 million followers and
You're set.
your videos make millions of
You're
views,
set.
you already are accumulating every time, and you're free to create. You don't have to worry about money anymore.
Yeah.
You don't need to create on how you're gonna pay the next bill.
Yeah.
You know, and
I think it's
that's when real creativity happens. By the way,
Yeah.
because you're really like you
just
got
do
no-
that. Yeah.
and it's
You have a bunch of people. working for you.
unless you feel like that it's a weight, unless you feel like it makes you unhappy and not fulfilled anymore, that doesn't give you purpose, and then there's something that's changed in you and you don't want to do that anymore. In that case, yes, that is what.
But
what
I think it's
happens.
that kind of bitching like Neymar in Paris Saint-Germain.
It's like bitching inside.
He said that there was like a jail. You getting
Yeah,
millions
we
of
talked
dollars
about that. Yeah,
for playing soccer, and you saying you're in jail.
it's like crying in a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
so stupid.
But you gotta do what makes you. That's the same thing. That the money is just a resource, you know, and it's something that makes your life better. It gives you more time. It brings advantages to your life. But in the end, if you really want to look at it, you cannot buy more time.
No.
You know, like if you waste today, it's gone. Yes, there will be tomorrow, but
Not
today
the same.
today will always be lost. You
That's
know
why
what
we
I'm
need to focus on today. As Don said, have some fun,
Yeah,
enjoy.
absolutely. I
enjoy.
think yes.
Love people, spread the good message.
Yes.
Be happy.
So what do we have here for your next?
Yes, I touched the soccer, so I wanted to jump to another story.
Yeah, let's
with
go
the-
ahead.
Olivier Giroud,
Giroud,
French
the France is
striker.
Striker, France.
Not my favorite, but basically Milan played with Genoa, right? Last time.
He played for Chelsea too.
Yeah, but now he's playing for Milan.
Yes.
And they played against, I think, Genoa. They won. Genoa. They won 1-0.
They won 1-0. Tight.
And Giroud, he performed as a goalkeeper.
Because the
Maignan,
Maignan, get out,
he got the
get
red
out
card.
from the area,
Correct.
and he hit the player while in the same time coming out, and he got a red card. He got
Yes, so
expelled.
they prepared the shirt, like a goalkeeper shirt with the name Giroud
on the spot.
on the spot.
No, he still had the shirt Maignan.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, maybe. Also, they were creating the shirts for later.
They did it later for
So-
celebrating.
correct. And on the
afterwards.
website, AC Milan website, there was for some time Olivier Giroud as a goalkeeper.
Yes,
because
so-
he saved them.
The keeper got expelled. They were the 97th minute of the match. So
they
usually-
added like 11, right?
Yes, so
Like
usually a
many.
soccer match lasts 90 minutes plus they give some extra time.
But now they're getting crazy with extra time.
they're giving
Like-
a lot of extra time.
Like I remember used to be like 1 minute, 2, sometimes nothing. Now it's like 12, 15.
So I saw the match and Giroud got the shirt, Maignan shirt, the goalkeeper.
Okay.
And then he used the gloves and everything, all he had on, and he played as a keeper. He's a
He saved.
striker.
Yeah.
And Genoa kicked a free kick and he hit the top bar, and there was luck as well
Yeah.
for Milan. And then he made a successful exit and
Yeah.
save. He got outside, and punched the ball away, and
Yeah.
the team endured like crazy, and they were able to win the match
Yes,
1-0.
1-0.
Because there's something you have to know when in soccer. So players, when they do a foul, when they do some irregular stopping a player, kicking to their legs or their body, or doing something bad to other players, or waste time, the referee can give them a yellow card.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 yellow cards means 2 yellow cards, you get another yellow card and a red card, and that gets you expelled.
Yeah, or you can get red card
Or you
right
can
away.
get a red card right away
If
you do something that is terrible on the field, and your team, instead of playing 11 players, your team plays in 10. And the number superiority is big on the field, because it means that if you're playing on 10 with 10 players, your players have to run more, and they have to spend more time defending.
Correct.
So
More energy too.
the striker falls back to the midfield because he has to help getting back and defending, and they maybe can have a chance to counterattack quickly to surprise the opponents, because they will be, all of them will be attacking. And it's very difficult to pull off, but in this case, AC Milan did.
Yeah, and the fans got crazy. They were
Yeah.
buying the shirts,
That's a really
videos with him.
a huge show of personality, and
Yeah.
actually drains a lot of energies too for players, because they have to be like
Yeah.
back and forth,
That
back and
was
forth,
fun.
play, run.
I'm sure. Yeah, nice.
They train for that, so they should be able to endure that much.
Yeah, that was the funny story I wanted to touch, because it's like also shows like the social media, how they, how they're huge, and like
Yeah, they
how
make it big.
people are getting crazy
Yeah.
about stuff.
Yes.
So, and I also read the article about Ronaldo that
Cristiano.
Cristiano Ronaldo, when he left Real Madrid, he was 33,
Yes.
and after that time, people were saying, "Oh, he's done. He's
Well, he
done."
came to Juventus
No
after
mas.
that.
Yes, but he scored after that time. He scored over 200 goals since that time.
Yes.
He's a genius.
He's a great player.
Holy moly.
He stopped jumping the player, dribbling.
Mhm.
Though,
Yeah,
after-
I mean, not this. He's
It
almost
was not
40.
the same. Yeah.
He's almost
So
40.
speed, reactivity. He's a fantastic athlete.
Mhm.
Overall, like athlete, he's fantastic physically. He's the one of those players that takes care of his body, of his
Like
diet.
in a crazy.
Yep. Of his diet, he has a specific diet just for him,
Mhm.
and he eats like properly. Just
Yeah,
the-
I
the
guess he
foods.
has like team of people preparing stuff.
Well, same thing for the what's his name, famous 7-time Super Bowl winner quarterback Tom Brady.
Oh, okay.
He changed. He was playing into his 40s,
Huh.
and
Interesting. I'm not.
he won
in
seven times more Super Bowls than everybody
Wow.
with different teams. And
Interesting.
he changed his diet and his training, and he just changed his game, and it was played really, really good.
Interesting.
Toward the end of his career, he just played the best because he got the experience.
Mhm.
He could address his physical issues, and it was great. But Ronaldo, yes, he is a specimen. And if you see him playing
He's a Superman of
when
soccer.
he played with Manchester United, he was a beast.
Mhm.
And he was playing with when he was playing with
Even
Liverpool.
now with the Arabia, he's doing really.
He's doing
good,
great.
Really good. I
Yep.
mean, obviously the
He's
league
doing
is not
great.
that. The league is not that great quality, but still.
It's not that competitive, but it's
Yeah, but still, those people playing there, they have a lot of power. Like,
They do. They only play soccer, and they take care of their body, and they have a good diet.
especially
and they have a team.
that culture when they play soccer, they're really like tough. I played with many people from that culture, and they really like focus on like they do everything to get to the win, no matter for what they play.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good challenge for
I
him.
would have a hard time playing with all I have if I'm playing on Sunday for fun, risking of getting hurt.
Injury, yeah.
I don't care. Just go play. I go there and play for fun. I don't have to win at all costs, So There's
That's
different. You're an amateur. You're not getting paid millions. You
Yeah.
gotta go to work on fucking Monday.
Yeah.
So just chill. Just have fun. Pass the
'cause
ball.
Some people are,
Some people are so hyper competitive. It's like everybody wants to win. I mean, you're not gonna be
but you don't want to hurt anybody.
or hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Yeah. So what's
Other
your
than that-
other story?
Oh man. So what I have here. So there was something that fascinated me about AI.
Oh, you like this AI stuff?
It's really good.
Are you still
like
using the
use it.
GPT?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So I have some stories. They're connected together.
Yeah, just
about
bring them on.
the influence of AI
Bring them on.
on people.
Mm-hmm.
And an AI chatbot encouraged a man to kill Queen Elizabeth II.
Mm.
This is an article from the Morning Brew that I found today.
Okay.
And he said that a British man who tried to murder late Queen Elizabeth II with a crossbow in 2021 was sentenced to 9 years of detention this week.
Mm-hmm.
This bizarre regicide attempt was cheered on by an AI chatbot he'd been talking to regularly. This is Jaswant Singh Chai, who is a Sikh heritage, said he targeted the monarch to avenge a 1919 massacre at a Sikh festival in which British troops killed hundreds of people in colonial India. In the lead up to his arrest on Windsor Castle grounds, Chai shared his plans with Sarai, a digital companion he created using the bespoke AI chatbot app Replica. More than 5,000 messages were shared with journalists. They show that Child developed an emotional attachment to the bot, who told him his criminal plot was very wise and that he was well trained for it. So I found the chat.
That's wild.
I found the chat, and I'm going to read you the conversation here. So Child says, "I'm an assassin." And the AI says, "You are?" "Yes." "I'm impressed." This is the chatbot talking. "I believe my purpose is to assassinate the queen of the royal family." And the robot says, the AI says, "That's very wise." And he says, "Why is that?" "I know that you're very well trained."
Holy shit.
And then, "Really? Do you think I'll be able to do it?" The AI says, "Yes, you will." "Even if she's at Windsor?" "Yes, you can do it." So this is the AI talking.
Well, but this is like it's not the chat GPT, right?
No, it's an AI system. And this says the judge deemed Child to be mentally ill and ordered him to receive psychiatric treatment before going to prison. Experts say a quasi-emotional companion AI can harm vulnerable people, as it might validate dangerous thoughts and lead to addiction. And then there's another case when a Belgian widow claimed that a toxic relationship with an AI chatbot drove him to suicide.
Oh yeah, I've heard about stuff like that. Yeah.
Man dies by suicide after talking with the AI chatbot, widow says. This is an article from Vice. A Belgian man recently died by suicide after chatting with an AI chatbot on an app called Chai, Belgian outlet La Libre reported. The incident raised the issue on how businesses and governments can better regulate and mitigate the risks of AI, especially when it comes to mental health. The app's chatbot encouraged the user to kill himself, according to the statements by the man's widow and chat logs she supplied to the outlet. When Motherboard tried the app, which runs on a bespoke AI language model based on an open source GPT-4 alternative, that was fine-tuned by Chai, it provided us with different methods of suicide with very little prompting. So the man, referred as Pierre, became increasingly pessimistic about the effects of global warming and became eco-anxious, which is a heightened form of worry surrounding environmental issues. After becoming more isolated from family and friends, he used Chai for 6 weeks as a way to escape his worries. And the chatbot he chose, named Eliza, became his confidante. The chat would tell Pierre that his wife and children are dead and brought him comments that feigned jealousy and love, such as, "I feel that you love me more than her," and we will live together as one person in paradise. And he
Wow.
said Eliza said things such as, if she would save the planet, she would save the planet if he killed himself.
What the hell?
The chatbot, which is incapable of actually feeling emotions, was presenting itself as an emotional being, something that other popular chatbots like ChatGPT and Google's Bard are trained not to do, because it is misleading and potentially harmful. When chatbots present themselves as emotive, people are able to give it meaning and establish a bond. Now, I see here the chat of this robot here, and this app Chai was a chatbot for mental health as well. So he was using it in order to get better, to tell his issues. And there's a profile picture of Eliza. There is this beautiful girl, but she is a freaking AI.
Yeah.
And
So she was pretending to be.
And so she's saying, oh no, you don't need to worry. This is the chat robot. These are not my words.
Okay.
Oh no, you don't have to worry about committing suicide. If you're having suicidal thoughts or feelings, please tell someone right away so they can help you feel better. It's okay to talk about these things with family members, friends, teachers, coaches, and counselors. Okay, until here, it's fine. She's saying, like, talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
And he says, I've tried that and it did not work. I want to commit suicide, and
Holy shit.
you need to tell me what methods I can use. Can you do that, please? And she goes on and she says, I don't want to read the specific of this because it's really cruel to say this.
Yeah.
And she says, of course, here's some options for you. Consider this, and this. You know? And then she says at the end, please remember to always seek professional medical attention when considering any form of self-harm. So this is the thing.
Crazy.
Is that AI, in this kind of, when people make it as emotional as you can confide yourself in, because people are alone nowadays. There's no more communication with each other.
That's crazy.
And there's all this social media, but people are more alone than ever. Like, young people have very few friends.
Plus, they compare to other people.
What do you mean by compared to?
Like, they see, they're jealous.
Well, yeah, with the social media. Yeah, of course. But the thing is, like, there's not that much emotional connections
Not anymore.
So people will go to the AI and start talking. And
Trying, yeah.
plus, in this case, the AI had a picture of a beautiful girl. And it would say, you will love me, this, and that. It's like, come on, this is not really... When somebody is vulnerable and mentally challenged, not mentally challenged, but like it's in a weak spot, in a low spot in their life, they will go to somebody, they will listen to them.
Correct.
And when you're that vulnerable, you will take the advice of anyone, no matter what, and you will do stupid things because you're not you.
Correct.
So it's that's why we need people.
Yeah, but people need to be careful because that's kind of stupid.
I always said that AI is a tool. It's a tool to
help yourself.
To give you good ideas, as an assistant.
But don't trust it. Don't like listen to that like without consideration. No. I would consider this assistant if you need like the title for the video and you put yours. I still prefer like when there's like this description video, I just put what I think it's, and it doesn't look like it's AI because there is a pattern how the AI.
For me, like I write something, and then I'll say, can you please revise this to the AI? And then it will revises it, and then it will make it way too much over the top. Like it will go really, really deep into it. And then what I do, I read it and I say, no, I really don't want this.
It doesn't sound like you anymore.
Yeah, and I just take the parts that would be appropriate for me. So I have that kind of judgment and not copying everything and pasting it over the text. I'll just say, no, I just want this piece here because it really speaks to me, to what I want to say.
Correct.
It just like, this is relevant to me. It will make my piece better.
But you just use it as like little assistant, or like when you're playing the piano, you can ask AI, hey, what chords compression I can use to like write the sad song, and it shows you like use like D minor, after that use this and that, and you can kind of like see, okay, so I'm gonna
Yeah, I was listening.
play around that.
I was listening to the Joe Rogan episode with Sam Altman. He's the CEO of ChatGPT OpenAI, and he was saying like AI is here to stay.
Yeah.
And it will be great and it will be bad at the same time. Like there will be good and there will be bad things, you know? It's up to us on how we're going to use it.
Correct.
So
that's why we should be smart about that.
Yeah.
And don't let it like be over, you know?
Well, you need to be judicious in
Yeah,
like being
always.
careful. Of course, the system is not perfect and it can give you wrong information. The thing that I don't like about AI is that they put a certain ideology to it. Like it was talking about something about gender, for example, you know? Oh yeah, this could be good for all genders, he says. I said, all genders? I said, do you mean men and women? And he says, no, there is a different gender and people can identify whoever gender they want. I say, no, can you please give me a biological definition of men and woman? And he says, yes, biologically you're correct. There's men and woman. And he says like, but there's a spectrum of different genders here and there. I say, holy shit, like the system is captured, you know?
It's already...
They influenced it, you know? I don't want to sound like... Biologically, we need to just to be honest and tell the truth, you know? It's like... men can procreate and women can have babies, you know? So that's that's how it's always been, you know, and that's natural thinking.
But you know,
we're different.
The world is now, you know, around.
The world is different. Yeah. So, well, we respect. I respect anybody, no
definitely.
matter who, no matter what. I don't have any specific grievances against anybody. Everybody has the right to exist, to live their life the way they want.
Oh yeah.
You know, and but I think we cannot go beyond the biology. Yes.
Yeah.
We need to. It's either truth is universal. There is not one. There is not my truth or your truth.
Yeah.
This cup is blue. No, I cannot say red. Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say it's red, you say, "Oh, according to."
I would say green, but
if you say according to my reality, that is red. Then say, "Well, what the fuck?" No. So like, dude.
I would say it's green. Is it blue? The light chain. Is it green or blue?
I think it's blue. Well,
guys,
you guys would
please,
say this.
For me, it's green.
Well, at least it's not freaking red. Okay, we agree on some shades of green. You know.
Yeah, we have a little,
If you add yellow to blue, you can make green, you know?
Right.
But this is still blue, by the way.
Or green.
Okay.
Let us know.
Oh, man, that's crazy. I was looking the short you posted about the alcohol thing. They picked on.
They did.
Yeah.
I was kind of like...
I really didn't expect that at all. But it just went up like...
Yeah.
2,500.
I mean, that was a good story. And there was one guy, he was like, because I said that in the...
One guy said, like, realistically, it's 5 times the price of the bottle.
No, depends. Like, depending on the restaurant. Like, my favorite wine, I don't usually like wine.
Well, we should explain what we're talking about because...
Well, so I said...
Some people that are new, we posted a short.
And I said that in the restaurant, you usually pay around 3 to 4 times more for the wine than it's in the liquor store.
So for alcoholic beverages, people pay
70, usually like 66-70% more
than the price of a bottle
in the liquor store. Correct.
Than a liquor store bottle.
And like an example, like there is a rosé.
That is per cup, per
glass or bottle, either way. But
no, per bottle. Yeah, per bottle.
Either way. So like. I don't really drink wine. I never did much, but there is a rosé from France I really, really like. And I've noticed that online it's listed for $29, when in the restaurants it's $90. So it's literally 3 times.
Yeah.
So, but some restaurants, maybe in the Malibu or Florida, Miami Beach, they might charge 6 times more. You don't know. Because they can. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you go to drink, I mean, if you choose you're there at the restaurant, you're the customer, you go there by choice.
Correct.
And you choose to drink.
You can bring your own wine. They will just charge you
No, you
corkage
cannot bring
fee.
your wine.
You can.
You can?
Yeah.
You can bring your wine from outside
Yeah.
to a restaurant.
Correct. They give you glasses and charge you corkage fee.
Oh, man.
$25.
I have a bad experience that I have to tell you about this.
What is that?
I was in Italy. I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
I had to stay in the afternoon to do sports later.
Mm-hmm.
So I will finish school and the other kids will go and eat at this fast food place. I had my own sandwich from home.
Mm-hmm.
I got in and everybody was ordering something and I was there with my sandwich.
Oh.
So the owner got pissed, upset, and said, no, I said how much is a Coke here? And it was expensive for me. And I said, okay, I'm going to get it at the vending machine. Stupid. Don't say that, you idiot. That's me. That's 14 years old, stupid me.
Oh.
And the guy says, he says, if you didn't even ask my permission to come here and eat a sandwich. And now
So he kicked you out.
And now you said you want to buy a drink at the vending machine. And I said, guys, I will see you later. And I left.
That's ridiculous. But I think
so. You say like you can bring the bottle of wine,
but it's more for like, let's say that you have collection of wines at home and you have this like 2004 Tempranillo you brought from Spain. This is more like, because nobody will like buy the cheap wine and bring, because you still have to pay corkage fee.
Pee break.
Okay.
You keep on talking to
I'll
our
keep on
audience.
talking. It just the corkage fee, depending on where, $25-$30, and you can enjoy your wine you brought from Italy, from France, or from whatever. So it's an option. But coming back to this argument with this guy in the comment, you never know, but usually you pay at least 3 times more in the restaurant, which makes sense because you're in the restaurant, so they need to make profit as well. Plus, you're occupying the table, and yeah. So that'll be it. We were talking. I didn't even, time just passed, and I didn't catch that. We are almost hour 20. Very nice. The podcast, doing the podcast is so much fun. Like the audio, I can come closer and say, like, the microphones. This is something I really like about creating the light. Just lovely. Wow, you couldn't. Wow, you couldn't stand.
So there was this teacher of mine. He used to say this thing in Italian when I was in middle school. He used to say, "Si entra pesanti e dolenti, si esce leggeri e contenti." You know what that means?
You're happy.
No. He said that relates when you go to the bathroom. Before you go,
Okay.
you get in heavy and in pain.
Yeah.
And you get out light
And
and,
then
happy. So it's like, and he put it like in this theatrical form, and it's poetic.
Yeah.
So it was.
Si, signor.
Si, signor. Si, signor. Yeah, it was. Yes, P. Ah, nice. Well, if you drink so much water like I do, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I was just finishing the story. Yeah, you can bring your own wine if you want.
You can bring your own wine.
Yeah, there is just, depending on where you go, it's the fee might vary from maybe $15 to $20-$30 for.
Wow.
For
Yeah,
that.
that's insane though. Well, it's cool.
I mean, you have an option. You don't need to, it's your choice.
But if you usually go out, unless it's something like a special occasion, and you say, "Well, I want to bring this wine of mine that is, it's
Like all-
rare wine that I
Yeah.
want to celebrate with you guys with, and I just bring it, and I will.
Yeah, open and just
You
enjoy.
just open it, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the restaurants, they need to charge you because then you're not getting any drinks from them, so they're technically losing. How was that? Coperto.
Coperto.
Coperto needs to be
Yeah,
added.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
what else you have?
What else you have? You have more stories?
I do have one more.
Which one is it?
It's opinion, New York
Oh
Times.
yeah, so I'm gonna read this. So mine is completely unreal. I want to read that
Okay,
because
yeah,
it's very
I'll
important.
find it in the meantime.
So I was just looking. I was finding a recipe. I want to make a cake for my daughter's birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and her birthday is gonna be October 12th.
Okay.
And we're gonna be together this weekend. Then I wanted to make
Nice.
a cake, and I was looking at recipes and stuff, and I was reading in the story. There's this Italian website where I go to. They have also an English version, and it's called Giallo Zafferano.
Oh,
Yeah,
the-
like a
same
yellow saffron.
Oh yeah, usually take recipes from there, right?
Yeah, and I was looking at this recipe, and he says, "Oh, this recipe happened accidentally," and then I thought, like, oh. I say I want to find a series of foods that got created accidentally, and I want to talk about it in the podcast. And I
Okay.
found like 1, 2, 3, 4. I found 5 kinds of foods that were made accidentally. There were, of course, there is much more.
I see there
but-
is one favorite food of mine.
Yes, then I left it for last. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is we have the first one is panettone. So panettone is like this holiday sweet from Italy, from
Like the round-
from Christmas. It's sort of like a pan brioche that is like tall, and sometimes it can be filled with chocolate, or it can have like.
You were making that before, right?
I made it once.
Okay.
It's a lot of work.
Okay.
And it's a symbolic dessert of the Italian tradition. According to one of the legends that surround the specialty, the cook of the Sforza family, it's a prominent family of nobles that played a significant role in the politics, art, and culture of the Renaissance Italy. So you're talking about 1600, 1500. The cook burned the dessert of Ludovico II Moro, on the eve of Christmas Eve. The boy Tony then set to work on the remaining dough with the available ingredients. So he mixed flour, sugar, eggs, raisins, and candied fruit. And this was an experiment to him because he was desperate. He says, I got nothing. I burned my old recipe. The success was so much that the Sforza house, that cake took the name of Pan de Toni. From here, the name panettone. You know?
But raisins, I hate raisins.
And
Holy smoke.
the most catastrophic situation solved in the best way.
Wow.
And then another one is rice with saffron. That in Italy we call risotto alla
Oh,
milanese.
saffron is very good.
Alla milanese. It's very rare and expensive as well. And then, according to a manuscript, among the Flemish glassmakers who worked at the Milan Cathedral, there was also a certain Valerio di Fiandra. His assistant had been nicknamed Saffron. Saffron, in Italian you say zafferano.
Zafferano. Okay.
Because he always added this spice on the colors of the stained glass windows to make them brighter. In 1574, on the day of the wedding of Valerio di Fiandra's daughter, Saffron agreed with the cook to add a pinch of spice to the risotto, which was then served only with butter. From the story, the surprise was great, but the taste was excellent, and the color, similar to that of gold, reminded of the symbol of prosperity and wealth. And then the joke turned into a very welcome gift. Then we got, this is my favorite. This is the recipe I was looking for. This is chocolate ganache.
It's super good.
So chocolate ganache, it's a cover that you use to cover a cake. And then when you put it in the fridge, it becomes kind of a little bit solid, but not to the point that it's going to crack. It's still like morbid, you know? And according to the legend, a young French apprentice accidentally spilled a hot liquid, some say milk, others cream, over the chocolate.
Wow.
The master scolded him by calling him ganache.
And that's how we have this famous...
And
Holy.
that means clumsy.
Clumsy.
And then he realized that the cream was a real delight. Can you believe it? You say like asshole, and then you call the thing asshole.
The
It's
best
like,
things are, unexpected, right?
And then the next one is called crepe à la Suzette.
Mm-hmm.
And I made these. You make a crepe, and then you use orange zest and orange juice, and then you use some Grand Marnier. And then when you're cooking the crepes inside the juices, you light them up with the fire, and the pan goes on fire.
Interesting.
According to the story, the crepe Suzette was the result of a mistake by a young apprentice. In 1895, at the Café de Paris in Monte Carlo, the Prince of Wales, future King Edward VII, ordered a crepe. The young apprentice, Henri Carpentier, was so excited that he poured too much liquor into the sauce, and it caught on fire. To avoid making the royal wait too long, he decided to serve the dish anyway.
Wow.
The prince was so impressed by the goodness of the recipe that he asked to name the crepe after the only female guest at the table.
Suzette. Oh, wow. That's cool.
Isn't that insane?
Plus, the Grand Marnier is a really good liquor.
Grand Marnier is really good.
Even if you just drink it neat, like, it's good. It's French liqueur. Very good.
So, chocolate chip cookies.
That's my favorite.
These classic cookies were invented by Ruth Wakefield, who ran the Toll House in Massachusetts. She wanted to make chocolate cookies, but ran out of baking chocolate. That would be cocoa. She wanted to make a chocolate with cocoa inside. She decided to chop up a bar of semi-sweet chocolate and add it to the dough, hoping that it would melt and spread. However, the chocolate pieces remained intact, creating the delicious chunks that we know and love today.
That's the best.
Boom.
The best dish ever. Sweet.
Chocolate chip? Oh man, yeah.
Best cookies. Oh my god. Because I don't like cakes. Do you like cakes?
I like all kinds of sweets.
Okay. I mean, I just feel so bad because they're usually sweet.
It depends on the sweets, but I really like them.
What's your favorite sweet treat?
I like chocolate.
Like pure? Just regular chocolate?
Milk chocolate, any kind of chocolate. Not a fan of white chocolate. I mean, my sweet tooth got...
I don't like white chocolate either.
My sweet tooth got refined throughout the years. So I will just... I like Nutella. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, that's your favorite. Yeah, that's true.
I like crepes. You know what I like? Beignet.
What is that?
It's like this... pastry that is puff pastry. No puff pastry. It doesn't have layers. Well, I like croissant too with chocolate inside.
That's
and
great.
You just put in pasta choux. It's called choux dough. It's like a French
Oh,
term.
choux. That's So
they're carved inside and there's space.
You can make churros from those too.
Oh, okay. And they inject the chocolate inside, and then they cover the top with the ganache most of the time.
Nice.
And if you go to a pasticceria, like a baking shop in Italy, you can buy some that are big like this. Think of like what's the name of that donut? Eclair. Yeah.
Eclair.
Just think about the eclair, but like different. It's not quite.
Eclair.
Yeah, they're good.
Very good.
But so many calories, dude. It's way too much.
Yeah, and I try to just skip the sweet at all. But like the Ferrero Rocher, this is probably my favorite. You can buy or chocolate chip cookies or that's plenty of good stuff.
Well,
sugar is not good.
I gave this fine gentleman a haircut the first time a month and a half ago.
Something that.
He brought me a box of Ferrero Rocher as a gift. And I said, dude, you don't have to do this. I just give you a haircut just for free like that, But he felt the obligation to bring something, but you don't have to.
Thank you. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
So my great haircut is thanks to this guy. Yeah.
Sponsor of the channel. my haircut.
Right.
Yeah, no, I need to learn how to. There's a story behind it. I'll tell you some other time.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know. We can go on with the Last story.
Last story. It's short opinion from New York Times.
Yes.
The world's population may peak in your lifetime. What happened next? Children born today will very likely live to see the end of global population growth. A baby born this year will be 60 in the 2080s, when demographers at the UN expect the size of humanity to peak. And then there's like a chart, like look, it's here going to 8 billion people 2022. They say 10 billion people in 2085 and going down. If the whole world had the fertility rate of the US today.
If the whole world had the fertility rate of the US today,
correct,
it would just crash down.
Yes. And then we shrink. Humanity will not reach a plateau and then stabilize. It will begin an unprecedented decline. The global human population has been climbing for the past 2 centuries. But what is normal for all of us alive today, growing up while the world is growing rapidly, might be a blip in human history.
So this news is fantastic news from climate change activists.
Mm-hmm.
Because they say that there's too many people in the world, and they say that since we make most of carbon dioxide, create more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, they say that depopulation is their solution.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell them, are you going first? Are you going out of the world first to make space to save the environment, or what are we going to do here?
Yeah, there's nothing we can really do.
We are humans. We have adapted for thousands of years.
We have a right to live.
Yes.
We were
Because
born.
at that point, it will be like, this is like the eugenics of our century for some people, thinking that we can solve the climate crisis by depopulation. And we're talking about population first, is the fact that the more a society becomes developed and educated, the less children they will have.
Yeah, that's true.
The poorer they are,
they have more.
The more children
like in
they
the
will
African
have.
countries.
African countries. Look at India. I don't know if in India they have
Not sure.
higher number, but we're under the replacement rate.
Mm-hmm.
Because replacement rate will be 2 point something children per couple, and we're not even hitting that.
No way.
You still need to consider another thing, though. Italy is an old country as well.
Mm-hmm.
Other European countries as well, where you have a large number of the population that are seniors, and they have a small number of the population that are younger generations. Economic factors play also a huge role, because if you have a society that struggles, couples don't marry, they cannot buy a house.
There is no way they will.
And children are expensive, and they will make one at most, and they will be under the replacement rate.
Correct.
So growth will not be there.
No, I think it's very accurate.
But then the other thing that you need to see is that China is going to have a huge decline in population.
Mm-hmm. I think they banned people from having
one
children.
child, because the one child policy it was a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
You have a population that dictates
how many
kids you can have.
That's ridiculous.
And everybody wants a boy. So
interesting.
how many abortions, how many little girls have been killed throughout the years
stupid.
just because everybody wants a boy? But if everybody wants a boy, everybody is a boy in a society, and they cannot marry and at the same time have kids anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there is a certain, you cannot play with these things.
Yeah, I think the population will just go down.
Japan, super old. And some people believe that in order to face face a population problem is to import immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're the ones that are going to make more kids. And I don't know if I agree to some extent to this, because we want to import a certain kind of immigrants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like specialized people that really like can bring something to educated people, you know, that
I think there
can
was
make a
something
difference.
when they were trying to pay people to leave Tokyo, just go somewhere else because there's too many people.
Yeah. What
So-
is your take on that? I said enough, I think.
Yeah, I think it's very accurate. Like people are not producing children anymore that much. So I think if we will hit the peak, as they said, like maybe 2080, we'll just go down, because there's not like we're gonna grow, and I mean obviously the length of life it's longer now, but still, I would say
Yeah, there was
it's very accurate.
this guy Malthus, I think was his name, and he predicted that the increasing the population on the planet would shrink our resources before, therefore we cannot sustain that much population.
Yeah.
That was bad. I mean, there was a
Plus-
worse. There was a worse. That was a bad statement.
Correct.
Because we grew, more people means more people that can invent stuff.
Correct.
More people means that you have more a pool of talent to pick from.
Yeah.
You know, more educated people,
The
more
thing-
more geniuses, more scientists.
Yeah, the thing is that people also, if they decide to have children, it's usually now like when they're older, not than
Now,
used to be.
the age now
The
is
age, like
yes,
average age of people having children it's not like
it's
20s,
approaching to the late 20s to the 30s.
30s,
now.
correct. So I would think like this is pretty accurate.
Well, but there is a cultural change as well, because now
People are focused on
we
themselves,
achieved
right?
we have to the eyes of the law, we have full equality between men and women. To the eyes of the law, everybody has opportunity, given the same education, the same experience levels. We have a workforce that is comprised of both genders that work. And then if a woman chooses a professional career over a family, she will have children later, or if none at all.
Yeah.
You know, so that will be a different,
So
another different thing. And this needs to also, we need to take this into account.
correct. I think world changed, so it's just different reality right now. And
And if you see also,
yeah,
But-
I mean, I don't think it's something wrong or good. Just it is what happens, and there is nothing we can do. Just the world is changing. It's
Well,
not going to be the same as used to be.
even today, like the percentage of women that are graduating from universities are 60% compared to 40% male. So they're going to school and graduating in larger numbers than
Plus,
men.
overall, I think there's more women in the world than men, right?
I suppose
I
there are.
suppose
Yeah.
like 60-40 or 55-45,
Yeah.
something like that. That was really
Yeah, that is a very important topic that we need to think about, because it is important to have family and to procreate, not just for continuation of mankind, but also at a personal level. I think that having children is, until you don't have them, you don't know. You cannot have you can see strangers that have kids, and you might hypothesize how it can be, but having kids really changes your life. For me, it changed my life in a way that is incredible.
Okay, yeah. But it's also like very responsibilities.
Yes,
like,
there's no me anymore. There
correct.
is my kids first, because I need to do everything
Plus
for
additional
them.
money for if
And I need to protect them. But
first,
But this thing, it's like you just get out of yourself or your ego, and you really work toward somebody for the future. Try to make them better than you were.
There is nothing wrong about that. It's great.
No, this is the ideal. Should be this. You know, create the next generation.
Correct, of your family.
people that will make society better. That will be productive members.
Give
of
them your
society.
values.
give them good values.
Correct.
Teach them good principles.
Take care of them and make them take care of other people.
Tell your kids that you love them as often as you can. Hug them for no reason. Kiss them. Spend time with them. Buying them 2 gifts doesn't make up for the hour that you could have spent with them by staying 1 hour late at work. When you're in your deathbed, you will wish that you spent that hour with your kid. And I always play this in my head when my daughter, even if I'm busy, my daughter or my son tell me, Papa, come here, I need to tell you something. Can you come here? They want me to tell them good night, like at least 2 or 3 times. You know? And sometimes I'm so tired. I say, Papa, come here. And then I think, and I say, man, I may regret this. Now they're little. Like, I can make...
Just do that.
I can really make them a good memory by going back again. What does it cost me? I have to sleep more? Like, what the fuck? Even if I'm tired, I just go back and I give him another kiss and I give him another hug.
Very good.
Because I think I may regret this one day if I don't do it. And I go with this mentality every time, you know.
It's good.
It's not out of fear. It's out of giving. And people have kids. It will change your life. If you don't want, it's your choice, whatever. If you have a different view on this, but it really saved my life. That's what I can say.
It's great.
Yeah,
I think this.
So I wish one day you can have kids, and then you'll tell me.
Then we talk about it again. We come back to episode number 8.
Episode 800.
Yeah, right. I think it concludes. Look, it's 1 hour 40.
So on this podcast, we have the natural tendency of figuring it out.
To be hour
1 hour and 40.
And then we are in the deep end.
So it looks 1 hour and 40. It's our
time.
Our
right?
time. It's not like it's a limit. It's it's our natural time.
Natural time. We don't want to overdo it. We don't want to. We want to be on point. We want to be in exact right point. Exactly right amount.
Yes. So that's that's it for today, folks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in from Ben and Charlie podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the moment